Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. This is where I go through my collection one knife at a time, one day at a time. We have started with Spydercos. We're still going strong with Spydercos. Over 180 knives. Go check out the playlist. A lot of classics and a lot of brand new knives as well. Then we'll move on to the rest of the Pelican cases with Chris Reeve knives, Browse blades, Striders, Hinderers, custom knives, case knives as well. I've got a lot of case knives. I've never done videos on them, so we need to talk about those too. But the knife of the day is the brand new, just released Spyderco Sliverax. The Spyderco Sliverax. I posted the knife of the day late yesterday evening when I got a new shipment of knives. 2 knives, brand new. It is the One-Eyed Jack. So go check that out. Usually when I do the 2 knives back to back quickly, the first knife doesn't get that much love, but you want to check out that gentleman's folder. It is a wonderful knife. This is the Sliverax. Some of you guessed that would be my next knife, and it is. In 2016, I'm recording this in 2017 right now, Spyderco released 5-6 flippers at least. In 2017, they just announced 2 flippers. This one is the first one to come out. Both of the flippers have one thing in common. Well, actually, they have 2 things in common. The first is it's from collaborators, knife makers that Spyderco has worked with in the past. This one was made by Paul Alexander. Paul Alexander is the person who last year worked with Spyderco to release the Ouroboros. Remember this odd-looking knife that just felt great in the hand? It just melts in the hand. And it had Spyderco's compression lock. Really a nice knife, weird shape. Ouroboros is a snake eating its own tail. And that was Paul Alexander, the first collaboration. Now, Eric Glesser says there's more on the way. Well, they took that design and came up with the Sliverax. You can see the same kind of look to it, but this is a flipper. This is one of 2 flippers that Spyderco has planned to release in 2017. This one, of course, from Paul Alexander. The other one will be coming a little later on, and I can't wait for that. Both of them have the compression lock. The Sliverax, because it's the first release, is the very first flipper with the compression lock. You're familiar with the compression lock from the Paramilitary 2 and a lot of knives now. Sage 5, it's Spyderco's own lock. Very strong, easy to fit into handles that get very thin. And inside you have the embedded liners as well. Stainless steel liners are there embedded into the handle. This handle is carbon fiber laminate or peel ply carbon fiber on top of G10. You get a grippiness to it with a good look of carbon fiber. So you get a nice grippiness. It's not super grippy, but a nice grip there. The clip, I love this Spyderco. I guess, of course I'm not. A lot of people love that wire deep carry clip. I'm one of them. And Spyderco is really using it a lot. Over the past 2 years, they've been putting it on everything, and I love them for it. This one is right hand, left hand, tip up only. By the way, this just came out of the box about 10 hours ago. So it's brand new and it just falls. The only thing that stops the fall is the flipper that hits my finger once it starts releasing. But man, it is so nice, centered, and smooth. Now this flipper to me is more of a push button flipper than a light switch flipper. You can do both. It will flip out. But I noticed when I first picked it up and I did my usual flipping action, it flips, but not as good as if you just push it out. Just a nice flipper altogether. And I sometimes get uncomfortable when on a flipper it kind of traps your finger in. I know, I love forward choils. This though feels real nice, safe, easy to handle, and melts into your hand even on the reverse. And that's with my big fat Michelin Man hands. It just feels really nice. And with the lock, a compression lock, it really gets out of the way. Just a real nice open construction, easy to clean knife. And if you're a fan of that compression lock, you'll be a fan of this. I like too, you notice I've done it a couple of times because it's natural. It's like the Ouroboros. It looks weird, but man, it's easy access to the Spidey hole as well, so you can flip it like that. But why when you have a flipper? Huh? Why? It's just really nice. This is not a small knife. I thought it was. You know, when Eric Glesser does SHOT Show or Blade Show and you see all those videos, I think because it was next to some big knives, I thought it was smaller. And because of the Ouroboros, I thought it would be smaller, but you can see how much bigger it is. I will be comparing this to the Para 3 and the Paramilitary 2, so you'll get a chance to see it with other compression lock knives that I'm sure you're familiar with. Let's talk about the blade. As I said, it's a 3.5 inch blade and it's almost all edge. 3.5 inch blade. S30V steel. Yeah, it's Crucible's S30V steel. It's a full flat ground blade. Just a wonderful slicer. Wonderful slicer. Good thick stock, a nice point to it that you'll have no problems with. And just Spyderco's full flat ground. Kind of a modified leaf shape too. That Spyderco favorite shape. They did a lot with this knife. They really did. 3.3 ounces. That carbon fiber laminate and not the heavy duty. It doesn't have heavy duty stainless steel liners. Instead, those embedded liners. It's a pretty thin knife for its shape. It's 8 inches total. 8 inches total. And again, a 3.5 inch blade. So it's a good shape. Great action on the flipper side. And just feels nice in the hand. Hey guys, I wanted to introduce to you the first flipper of 2017 from Spyderco. And the first of two. Brad Southard, the guy who created the very first Spyderco flipper, will come out with his pretty soon. And his is also a compression lock flipper. So, this is the first flipper from Spyderco for this year. It is the Spyderco Sliverax. I wanted to introduce you to that. Let's take a look at that compared to the Para 2. You can see, yeah, it's a decent sized flipper. Nice sized flipper and not heavy weighted either. And then you see the Para 3. So yeah, guys, it's a good size flipper in a real thin package. Right, left-hander. It's brand new from Spyderco. If you're enjoying these videos, hey, don't forget to check out the look at the One-Eyed Jack as well that I just posted last night. If you're enjoying these videos as we walk through the collection one knife at a time, one day at a time, Don't forget to thumb it up. Let me know that you're out there. It just keeps me going every day. Thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe. That really helps me out. And when you subscribe, there'll be a bell. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you won't miss all the special videos that I plan on doing for you guys. More new knives coming probably within a week or so. But even between that, we have a lot more Spydercos in my collection to go through. You guys have a perfect day. It's a Friday as I record this. I'm so happy. So even if it's not your Friday when you watch this, have a perfect day. Take good care of yourselves so you can take good care of your friends and family. You have a perfect one. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.